Hello, my crafty friends, and welcome to my Friday Facebook coffee and a card live video. I'm so glad you're here with me today. This is my second video of the new year, and it is great to be back after a short break over the holidays. So I hope your year is off to a great start. It is partly cloudy here and kind of coolish this morning. I think I checked a few minutes ago and it was like 39 degrees out, but we are supposed to hit a high of 50 today. So that will be very nice when we get there, I'm sure. Let's see what I want to tell you. It is Friday, January 5th, 2024. My name is Maureen Ralphus, also known as the Crazy Stamping Lady. I have been an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator for over 26 years. In fact, coming up on 27 very quickly. So that is pretty cool. I'm here to help you find the joy of card making and then be able to take those cards you make and send them on to someone else to bring them joy. In fact, in the words of our Stampin' Up! CEO, Sarah, I am here to help you try to eradicate loneliness, which I just love that. That is right after my heart when she said that. It's like, yeah. So please be sure to say hello in the comments when you hop on. I love to hear from you. That's how I know that you're here. If you're watching the replay, let me know that also. I'd love to hear where you're from. Now, for some reason, I am not coming up live yet. I don't know what's going on there. Sometimes it's very slow to catch up. So if you're hopping on, let me know, then I will know that I am up and running, and that will make me happy. But I'm just going to keep going. I know it'll pop on eventually. Let's see. What else do I want to tell you? Yes, let me know your comments. So far, I am keeping my New Year's resolution. So my New Year's resolution was pretty easy this year. It's just love God and love people. And even though it sounds simplistic, I am trying to pray about it and work on it every day to just be happy in life and share the joy and love people. And I know that's what God wants us to do. So I am okay with that. If you set a New Year's resolution, I'd love to hear what it is and let me know how you're doing on it. Hi, Lenny. I'm glad you're here. Good morning. I also shared on my Facebook page that my word of the year is healing. So I am dedicating this year to working on healing of my mind and my body and my soul, everything that possibly could need healing, right? And if you need healing in any way, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, let me know. You can let me know in a comment. Hi, Jeanette, glad you're here. Or you can email me at crazystampinglady@gmail.com and I will add you to my prayer list. I will faithfully pray for you. So, yeah, that is my word of the year. And that's kind of my other resolution, just to stay on top of that. Hopefully I can do that. Okay, anyway, I am so glad you're here. As always, I will be giving away the card I make today. I draw from all of the comments left, and then a winner will be chosen. So leave your comments all day today until midnight tomorrow, and I will enter all of them and draw the following morning to send out the card we make. And if you can share my video to a crafty friend, a crafty group, your homepage, anywhere you'd like to share me, just let me know and I will give you a bonus entry for doing that, because I really appreciate that when you do that. Congratulations to my last winner, Shar. She won my, what card did I make? Oh, that sympathy card where you do cut the pieces for 3 at once. And Shar, that's on its way to you in the mail. And thank you so much for commenting. Yeah, I really appreciate it. Good morning, Lois. Good morning, Virginia. Glad you guys are here. Let's see what else. I think that's all I need to do here. I'm going to take you down to my table. So hang on while I turn you around, and I'm going to make sure I'm in the right spot. And it looks pretty good. I'm going to move this up just a little bit. Get it a little more on screen. So this is me, Maureen Ralphus, the Crazy Stamping Lady. You can find my blog at crazystampinglady.blogspot.com. My email at crazystampinglady@gmail.com. Facebook is facebook.com/crazy stamping lady. My YouTube is under Maureen Ralphus, and you can shop with me at stampingwithmaureen.stampinup.net. This is my January hostess code. If you are shopping with me in the month of January, please use that hostess code as long as your order is under $150 pre-shipping and handling and tax. That gets me the most benefit for your order, and it actually gets you the most benefit because many of my giveaways and prizes I only give away to those who use the hostess code or have an order over $150. So please remember to use that. You can always find it pinned to the top of my Facebook business page. It is also under the Shop Now tab on my blog. It's at the end of every email that I send out, and you can see it at the beginning of all of my January videos. Or you could just email me if you need it. So I'm going to share a few cards with you. Over the holidays, I took a break, like I told you, for about 10 days. My family was here from West Virginia. All of my kids and grandkids were together. It was a delightful time, and I didn't worry about Stampin' Up! So much, which is crazy, because usually I'm in here 8 hours a day working on my business. But I took that break. I got a ton of holiday cards and some non-holiday cards, and I'm going to share them with you. I'm going to share them like 5 or 6 a day until I get through them. It'll only be a few times, but I apologize if you had to wait to see your card on screen. It just took me the holidays to get through, and here they are. So this is from my friend Nola from Prescott. She is a fellow demonstrator. She made this beautiful card. I love it. It is simplistic. It's gorgeous. It has just the right amount of bling. Nola, it is definitely my kind of card, and thank you for thinking of me. The next one is from my friend Jen, and she has 3 young daughters, and she lets them help with all of her cards, and they sent this beautiful Christmas card. Thank you, girls. I know you worked on this with your mom, and I really appreciate it. And then they all sign their names on the inside. I don't know if you can see that, but she lets them all sign their own names, and it is just adorable. So thank you, Jen, for thinking of me. My next card is from, let me look inside because I can't always remember. Oh, my friend Kathy from Prescott, Arizona. She used one of my favorite sets from the past with these layering pine cones on top of all the pine boughs. So, so pretty. And she sent me some newsy update, which I really appreciate it. So thank you, Kathy, for thinking of me and taking the time to make this beautiful card. My next card is just a few more, so bear with me, from my friend Arlene from Prescott. You can notice I haven't made a ton of friends here in Tennessee yet. I'm working on it, but I still have a ton in Prescott that I miss dearly. Arlene, I love this card. I love the way you use the black to make it pop. I love the simplicity of it. I am just such a clean and simple girl when it comes to stamping that you guys know when I do my fancy folds or something above and beyond, it is definitely out of the box for me because I love this. Okay, Arlene, thank you. This one is from my friend Vicky, also from Arizona, Southern Arizona though. She used to be in Prescott, and Vicky sent me this shutter card, which I love. Look how cute that is. Isn't that adorable? The double bow. And Vicky, I miss you and I hope you're doing well. Thank you for the card. And then one more to share today. This one is from my friend and team member, Dolly, and she used my favorite sets. Now, I think like I told you guys, I didn't get a lot made with any of this product this year, but I am working on making some for my next year's cards. Even though it is retired, I love it so much, and I do not want to get rid of it until I've at least made some decent cards with it. And Dolly, this is just beautiful. The tone on tone with the blue embossed layer onto the blue card base and just that sparkle of gold. It is gorgeous. And he shall be called Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace. Love that so much. So thank you, Dolly. So that is my share for today. I have 6 more for next time, and I think 6 more for the next time. So hopefully we'll get through them all and you'll get to see your cards online, because I love to share what you've made. not only because they make me so happy, but they're inspiration for others. So I really appreciate that. All right, few other things. My free monthly virtual card class. Every month, if you purchase $50 or more from me, you will receive a card kit. So for the month of December, you must use my hostess code unless your order is over $150, pre-shipping and handling and tax. A $50 order will get you 3 free card kits. A $75 order will get you the 3 free card kits plus a bonus project. And a $100 order will get you 3 free card kits plus a bonus project and a half a pack of a current embellishment. It varies every month, so they're different every month. My next class will be held next Monday, and that was for orders that I received in December. It'll be at 11 o'clock in the morning. Those kits got off a couple days late because of the holidays, so you may not have your kit by the time the class comes, but they are on their way to you, and you can always rewatch later if you need to. And then my January class will be held on Monday, February 12th. So all the orders from January will be sent out on February 1st, the kits, and then I'll have the class on February 12th. And everyone is invited to join those classes online. They are open to anyone. You can see the projects. It's just that if you order, you will get the kits to put together. My January bundle bonus is Crafting with You bundle. I love this bundle. I've been wanting to do something with it, and so finally I decided it is going to be my bundle bonus for this month. I had talked about changing the ministry I supported, but I've decided to stick with Doors of Hope Ministry. I saw that the church I support is also supporting them. Their ratings are so high. They do so much good locally. They help reunite families, especially moms who've been incarcerated or had drug problems or were homeless and had to be separated from their children. They work on the process for a year with each woman of bringing them back with their families, and I just love the thought of that. So I'm sticking with Doors of Hope. You can find more about their ministry at opendoorsofhope.org. Every time you purchase a bundle of the month, for this month again, it would be the Crafting with You bundle. 100% of my profits go to that ministry. So I love that I can support them. I love that you help me support them. And then, yeah, it's just wonderful. And bundles are always 10% off, so you're saving when you get the bundle. So that's my January bundle. And then I am having an in-person class on Friday, January 26th, here locally in Murfreesboro, as well as a similar class online on Saturday, January 27th. You can sign up for these classes. This information is on my blog. I can also email you this flyer if you're interested. Just let me know. You have to sign up for the in-person class just by the 24th of January, so you have some time. But for the online class, you need to sign up no later than Monday, January 15th, because I need time to make sure I have all my kits prepped and can get them out to the mail to you on the 16th. Note that this class will be in a private Facebook group. So once you are registered, I will send you that link. And then when the time comes up on the 27th from 10 to noon, we will have our class and do things together. There will be a door prize giveaway. It'll be fun. I hope you can join me. So let me know if you're interested and want information on either of those. Okay, guys. Celebration and the mini catalog. They are up and running. They are going strong. I can now show you inside. So Celebration is a 2-month, approximately 2 months that we have a special promotion where with every $50 purchase, you can earn a product. So we have stamp sets, we have designer series papers, just a lot of fun stuff. There's a ribbon option and this designer series paper and this stamp set. There is this designer series paper and this designer series paper and these opaque faceted gems. There is another stamp set that you guys have seen me use a few of these already. Another designer series paper. Then Oh, and the Jungle Pals stamp set. Then for $100 purchase, you can earn the Jungle Pals dies, which go with that Jungle Pals set, but they also have like the vines and the leaves and the tree, more to go with it. Also, you can earn this stamp set plus this embossing folder, which is gorgeous, and I will be using it at some point soon. And you could earn the detailed dogwood stamp set. And this does coordinate with the Petal Park Builder Punch in the annual catalog. In fact, most of the products in here coordinate with something in the annual catalog, and you can just look at the pages to see that. And then the sign-up bonus, if you sign up as a demonstrator, you have two choices. You can choose the kit and $30 additional in free product, or you can choose the kit and get this glass mat studio suite, which I've shown you a few times. It's the glass mat. It's the little chamois that I have inside this case. It is the silicone little tray here that sticks to the glass mat that you can mix your paints in. You can put your chamois here to clean your stamps. You can fit your little mini spots in there. It is wonderful. Great, great value. The value of it, they're saying, is $60. So you can choose that as your free bonus. So if you're interested in signing up and would like to be a crazy stamping lady, just let me know and I will get back to you with all the details on how you can do that. So that is Celebration. I am not going to go through the entire mini catalog, but you will see products every time you join me here for a Facebook Live. So today we are using this beautiful, beautiful Perennial Lavender Designer Series paper, as well as, now if you follow my Facebook page, yesterday I posted a question and I asked, what is your favorite new bundle out of the mini catalog? And there are a ton in here, and I love a bunch of them. But I'm going to show you my absolute favorite, and that's what we're using today. It is the Everyday Details bundle. This caught my eye immediately, and I couldn't let go of it. It just kept coming back to me like, oh, you've got to get that, you've got to get that, you've got to get that. And so I did. It has this beautiful little teacup, which you guys know me. I am a coffee drinker. In fact, I'm going to take a sip right now of my coffee. But I love the idea of tea. A lot of you knew me when I lived in my Victorian house and I had a whole wall full of teacups. The whole thought of tea is wonderful to me. I have a cabinet full of tea, even though I don't really drink tea. It is just the whole feeling of a cup of tea is wonderful. And then it has this beautiful nest and this great vase of flowers and some cute sentiments. I'm going to show you more of these in a minute, but we're also using this today because it is my favorite. And then out of the annual catalog, I needed a sentiment for the inside of my card to match my outside. And I'm using Very Best Occasions from page 38 of the annual catalog. And I'm pointing it out because it is easy to overlook because it's just sentiments. But let me tell you, I love having like 2 or 3 just sentiment sets available to use when I need them. And this is one of the best. It has Christmas wishes. It has You Make My Life Happier. You're the best ever. Love you, miss you, love you, mean it. Happy, may your days be happy, your heart be light, and your Christmas merry and New Year bright. Sending you smiles for every moment of your special day. Happy birthday. Endlessly grateful. Thinking of you and with comfort and love. Love, 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 all of it. So we're using that for our inside sentiment. So let's get busy here, guys. This is, whoop, I lost a little piece. Hang on, juggling things here. This is the envelope for the card we're making today. And this is the card. I think it is so pretty. Wishing you so much love on this special day. And then when you open it, it has happy birthday and that little strip of Designer Series paper. So let me show you the products I'm using on here. I am using Everyday Details, which is that stamp set I just showed you in the catalog and went through it. And again, I just think everything about this is lovely. Now, I like to color, so it's right up my alley. All of these images are perfect for coloring, but they would also be beautiful monochromatic or just with a little hint of watercolor on them to pop some of the images. You do not have to sit and color all day if that's not your thing. To me, if I can sit and color all day, that is a perfect day. So anyway, it is a gorgeous set. And then we're using the dies that go with it. And this is part of what sold me on the set also. This set comes with these gorgeous dies that pop out little dots. So this one does not cut out this image. It just cuts out all the little dots in kind of a lattice work design. You could do this over and over on the background of a page or along one side or inside of a strip that you cut for an accent. So pretty. I just love that. And then it has, if I can pull these off, 3 more dies. 4, I guess, if I can get them all off. They're stuck. So it has a rectangle that cuts out dots on both sides, a rectangle that cuts out dots on one side, another one that layers. Come on out, guys. I can't even get it off. It's so stuck on there. I should have taken these off before to loosen that. There you go. Another one that layers right inside of there with the little dots. And then this tiny one with these little pinpoint dots on. So that's the rectangle, but that's not all. It also has in here circles and then 2 more of those border type stamps. Just fun. This set is just fun. So for today's image, I chose to use this double circle image because that way when I punch it out, I have circles on my base and circles on the raised layer, and that worked perfectly for me. But again, these have different sizes and you can layer them on your cards. And it is actually part of what sold me on the bundle, even though I would have bought that stamp set no matter what, because I love it. Okay, so what I did, let me get my pieces here, is I have the inside of my card and a little strip of designer series paper to pull it together. I have a white envelope, a card base of Fresh Freesia, and this card base is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. I have a layer of the designer series paper, and I'm going to show you this designer series paper now. But this layer is just 1/8 of an inch smaller than the card base because I wanted as much of it to show around the edge as I could. I think it's just gorgeous. So let me show you this paper. This paper is in the new mini catalog. It is called Perennial Lavender. It is $12.50 and you get 12 sheets, 2 double-sided sheets each of each design. And I'm going to show you these here. Look how pretty these papers are. I can't even pick a favorite. Although I really, really super love this one. But I'm not sure it's my favorite. I'm not, because there's more still coming. Look at this, guys. Just look at. And I am not a purple or pink gal, but I do love lavender. The flower and the color and the smell, everything about it. I'm going to flip these over now and show you the backs are much more neutral. Solid, more colors, lighter designs. A little gingham one here, and I love that Stampin' Up! Does that. One side's going to be very, very full of color and movement and images, and the other one's always a little more neutral. And that's wonderful because it makes them coordinate together, but it also allows you 2 totally different looks depending upon the side of the paper you're using. So I chose that designer series paper because I thought it just looked so pretty with the colors on our cup. And then I cut out, and I forgot to measure this. Let me measure it real quick. I should have measured, but I didn't. I think I did. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. So I took a 3 1/4 by 4 1/2 piece of basic white, and I punched it out with those dies. So I have this circle and then the outer layer like that. And then I stamped my little teacup right on to the part that I punched out. And we are going to color this, and we're going to use our blends. So I don't think I've colored yet this year. I know it's only been 2 times, but that's amazing that I haven't colored with you yet this year, because I love to color so much. And we're going to start out with the light Fresh Freesia. And I'm just going to come in here and color the teacup. Now my brush end on the light Fresh Freesia is really nice. I haven't used it to color a bunch of gems or ribbons, so I can use it on here. But when I do wear it down, because I use them so much to color ribbons and gems, when that does happen, then I just use the nib end for my coloring, and that works fine too. Now these are our alcohol markers. So when you're using the alcohol markers, you can blend your colors a little bit if you want to do that. And we're going to do a little bit of that today. Let me know in the comments how many of you love to color. And if you do love to color, what your favorite coloring medium is. If all of our tools, I love to color, that's obvious. But of all of our tools, I love the blends the most. But I also love our markers and watercolor pencils and regular color pencils and watercoloring with a brush. They're all good. So even though this is my favorite, they're all good. Now I'm going to take my dark Fresh Freesia, and I'm going to use the nib end on here, and I'm going to come in and just go over all those little lines that Stampin' Up! Has given me, all those little dark lines on my cup and on the rim and on the base down here. In fact, I'm going to do this whole base once so it gets just a little darker, and then we'll come back and add some more. And then I'm going to come and do this ring on the cup here too. And these are very light. Fresh Freesia is a very light color. So it's going to take me a couple times to build up this color. And you can just use that same dark marker going over and over. I would probably do this 3 or 4 times to just get that contrast in the color. And then I'm going to take my light blend again, and using that brush and just come in and go over the same places where I put the dark and pulling it in just a little further so that I can kind of blend those colors together. And I'm not doing the whole inside of the cup, you'll see, but I am going to go around this leaf a little bit, just like it's shadowed against the cup, just like that. And we're going to let that color set and kind of blend, and then see if we need to add more. While that is blending, I am going to use my light Pretty Peacock and color my leaves on here. Let's see how my brush end is. It's pretty good on here too, which is surprising because I know I've colored a bunch of gems with this color. So yeah, I would love to hear if you love coloring. I grew up loving coloring. My mom was a school teacher. We colored a lot. She always had coloring mediums for us and pictures for us to color. And it's just a very soothing, relaxing thing for me to do. So I'm just doing my leaves. I'm not going to do a lot of shading on my leaves. I'm just going to go one little bit around the edge and not even worry about blending. Just go around the edge a little bit to darken those edges. Okay, so there is our peacock. The rest of these leaves I'm not even coloring because they were stamped with the Memento Black. And that is why I stamped this earlier and not on screen. So here's my little image, which I love. I used our Memento Tuxedo Black ink. It is my favorite for coloring with any of our mediums. But you do need to let it dry. And the longer it dries, the more solid the image gets, and it won't blend when you're coloring. So this one I stamped about an hour ago so that it could sit. I would say always give it at least 5 minutes. So if you're stamping something you want to color, stamp it with the Memento ink, set it aside, and do the rest of your card, and then come back to your coloring. That usually works for me. Okay, so for what I was saying is I don't have to do those leaves because they're already black. And then inside this cup is either tea, or in my case, it would be coffee. And you can see there's little like white hashtags in there. I want to turn those just a little creamy and brown. So I'm going to use my Ivory blend from the Ivory Bronze set and just come in here and go over that a few times so that looks more like coffee with creamer in, because that is a me thing. Now we're going to use Light Berry Burst. You can use any colors you want on here, obviously, but these are the colors that kind of coordinate with the paper and the ones that I had. I have a lot of our blends, but definitely not all of them. So occasionally I have to substitute a color for what they might ask for. But I love blends. I just love them so much. They go on so smooth to color with. You can get in those tiny little points with the nib end or with the tip of the brush end if it's still really good on your brush. You can build up your colors and just look how pretty this looks against that teacup and those leaves. Bright and rich and gorgeous. And again, I'm not going to really do a lot of shading on here. I'm just going to go one more time over those little lines with the same exact color, and that'll make my center feel just a little bit darker on my flower. All right, then we're going to take, what do I have here? Daffodil, Dark Daffodil Delight, and I'm going to use the nib end and come in here and color that little center to get some yellow on there. And that kind of just makes it pop. All right, so now I'm looking at my teacup and I really like it, but I am going to come back in here one more time with my dark, and I'm going to darken this band one more time just so I get some real contrast on that. And I'm going to come down here on the base one more time like that, and then come in on these just a little more. The thing with blends is when you do this, which I really like actually, when you do this and then you let it set, it all blends together, which is what we're trying to do, and you just start getting the shadows and not the lines. And that's what I love so much about it, is that you build up that color gradually and then it all just blends together. Look how pretty that is. Love it, love it, love it. Okay guys, so let's do our card here. Here is my piece that I cut out of, and we do not need to use a photopolymer mat on this because it is a red rubber stamp set. So when you have a red rubber stamp set, you don't need the mat because the red rubber already has the cushion behind it. And we're going to do the wishing you so much joy on this special day. And I'm using the Berry Burst to match the color on the cup. And we're just going to come down here on the bottom and stamp that just like that. Let me move that up a little so you can see it. And then I'm going to grab my Fresh Freesia. So you can see I'm just pulling in the colors from the paper when I choose them, and then the colors from the cup when I'm stamping, so it all coordinates, which is one of the best things about Stampin' Up! Products, is they all coordinate so beautifully. And we're just going to come in and add some of these little dots, just like that, to kind of fill in a little of that white space. One on each side. Not worrying about perfection, just trying to kind of match them up. You could do them in the corners if you liked, but this is just, I just wanted a little something more down there at the bottom. Let's close these for a second. We'll do our inside and our envelope last, I think, because I want to put this card together for you. So I'm starting with that base of Fresh Freesia, like we talked about, and I'm going to take my layer of this paper. Now, either side would probably work. Look how pretty that is. But because I am using the Berry Burst, this has a little bit more of that pinky in there, so I'm going to use this side up. Take my seal, put it on the back, just in the corners. You don't need a ton of seal. If you have a longer side and you want to put a little dab in the middle, that'll hold it down. But you don't need to waste your seal by going around the whole edge, because it's just not necessary. Now this is, remember, just 1/8 of an inch larger. So when you're laying it, you want just a tiny border, of that Fresh Freesia showing behind. And again, that was just so more of my paper would show, because I love, love, love that. And we're going to add this right to the center of the card. So I'm going to come in here on the top, my corners, and add my seal again. And we're going to just put this on the front centered, just flat down. So just try to get it as straight and even as you can. Just like that. And then because I put my seal right in the corners rather than on the whole thing, I really only need to press on my corners, which makes it nice. If you have ink, you don't have to worry about smudging it as much when you have a larger image. When it's smaller, it doesn't help that much with that, but it's still nice. And now we're going to add this right to this card, but we're going to pop it up on dimensionals. So I don't even know if you noticed that on the other card, but that way you have that dimension on your card. I'm going to tip it a little bit back there, and you can see the designer series paper under there when you look at it from the side. So for this one, I'm going to add, I think, 5 dimensionals. Just going to come right around the edges like that. I don't think we need one in the center because it's not that big of an image, and this is going to hold it up. But if you want more, do more. I like this one to hold up around the edges because I want you to be able to see that it's raised and that you can see that paper behind. Now I'm going to hold this upright this way because these circles can kind of throw you off, but I want my teacup going straight across the bottom, and I'm just going to come in here and lay that right against the edge and then flip it down, just like that. So now I have my raised image on there, which gives it just a little character without a lot of work. I love it. I love the way the double circles look on here. I think it came together perfect. And then our bling today is going to be our Adhesive Backed Sequins Trio. They're in the annual catalog, $8. I lost the packaging for this. I'm sure I accidentally threw it away or something. But if that ever happens to you, just go ahead and put your embellishments in our clear cello envelopes. I do that. Just save them in there. It works perfect. These envelopes are very inexpensive and they are reusable. I can just take some rubbing alcohol or hand sanitizer, and if these are all gone and I want to change it out, just wipe it across there and it'll take that Sharpie off, and I can reuse that envelope. But I probably won't. It'll take me a while to use all of these. And we're just going to add a few of these sequins. So these are Pretty Peacock, so they match the color in the leaves. And I'm just going to take one large sequin and one small one and place them right over here. Now, I love our sequins, you guys. I know you hear me say this, but even with this raised in the embellishments and these sequins on here, they go through the mail so well. They don't make those bumps on your envelope. They don't get pulled aside by someone at the post office saying, what the heck is this? I just love them, and look at the bling it adds to that. How pretty is that? I love, love, love our sequins. And we have a lot of different sequins in the catalog right now. I think there's maybe 6 different kinds. So I've got them all, and I love them all. Okay, inside of our card, let's finish that up. We're going to use this little strip of paper. So when I cut my designer series paper strips for these 2 cards, at the very bottom, there were enough to make 2 strips like this left on that strip. So it worked perfect. I just had to cut this down a little bit because the inside of my card is 4 inches by 5.5, and the outside layer here was larger by 1/8 of an inch. So I cut that 1/8 of an inch off. And we're going to come in here with the seal. And I'm just going to add this on my card. And I'm going to leave just a little border of white at the bottom. I think it makes it the color designer series paper pop a little bit when you do that. You could go right down to the bottom if you wanted. But now when I add this, I'm going to have the layer of the Fresh Freesia, the white showing the designer series paper, and then the white again. And I like the way that looks. Okay, let's do our stamping on here. So for the inside of this card, I am using the Happy Birthday Sentiment from the Very Best Occasions set. I just like the way this is, wishing you so much joy on this special day, but it doesn't say what the day is, so you could change that out if it was something different. But I'm just going to do my happy birthday, ink, 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 and I'm going to do it upside down because I usually get a straighter image when I do that. And when I say usually, not always. So, yep, pretty darn good. Look at that. So I'm going to set this aside. Actually, I'm going to take, where is my envelope? Here it is. I'm actually going to stamp it also on my envelope. And for here, I'm going to do it right side up just because it's at this bottom section rather than the top. Just like that. Not too bad that way either. And then I'm going to take my Fresh Freesia, and using the same little dotty image that I used on the card, I'm going to place it below my happy birthday and above my happy birthday. And then on the inside of my card, I'm just going to place it below. Just like that. That still gives me lots of room to write in, but it pulls the design of the card and the envelope and everything together. Okay, let's put this on the inside of our card. Get my seal again. Just do my edges. And we're going to come and layer this. Now this is a little bit smaller layer, so it's a 1/4 inch down, so we're going to have a little more of the card showing around the edge, which is fine. I like that. All right, so that's our card, guys, using my favorite bundle of the new catalog. Now, I will show you a ton of bundles I love because there's a ton of them I love. But like I said, this is the one that caught my eye immediately. I couldn't wait to get it and play with it. And I hope you liked the card we made with it today and learned some cute little tips from it. If you leave a comment, every comment you leave will be entered to win this card. So you have till midnight tomorrow, and then I will draw the following morning and send this card out to the lucky winner. So don't forget to leave me your comments. Those comments can be about anything. I just like to hear from you. So let me know about your life. Thank you for taking your time to be with me today. I will be back here on Tuesday at 10:30 Central Time in the morning, same place. So mark your calendars and join me if you can. We'll have more new products, I'm sure, to work with. Or maybe I'll do my bundle bonus. We'll be doing something fun, I promise. As always, I would love to be your creative coach and demonstrator. If you have any questions at all, or if you need a catalog, please reach out to me and let me know. If you think you should have received a catalog from me because you purchased in the last 6 months and you have not received that yet, please let me know that also, because I am going to be calling Stampin' Up! On Monday and reporting anyone I know that didn't get their catalog. So hopefully they will send them out new ones. So please let me know if you have not received your catalog and you thought you should have. If you haven't purchased from me and you do want a catalog, let me know that also, and I will be in touch to get that to you. All right, have a great weekend, you guys, filled with joy, and I will see you all soon. Bye.